And the lady put like, we are pet friendly, but due to a one-on-one like little interview beforehand, like what kind of pet it is, what kind of dog it is, whatever. Probably she don't want pit bulls coming over and might kill somebody in her house, and then she'd
whatever it is.
be liable.
Welcome to Live, Let, Thrive, a podcast about the Airbnb life, the share economy, and everything in between. Here are your hosts, Myka and Steve.
Hello.
Welcome to another exciting episode
of Live,
Let,
Thrive.
and
this is episode 36, right?
Yeah, episode 36. Definitely the first podcast for Christmas, after Christmas.
The post-Christmas podcast. And hopefully, I'm talking to myself in the future, but we've caught up all the other episodes to a decent point, This one might drop in February if I catch them up enough. But see, this is episode 36. Let's introduce what this is. This is a podcast about Airbnb life, about the share economy, about everything in between, VRBO, Turo,
real estate in general.
Estate in general, yeah. So all kinds of fun stuff. And so, anyways, we're here broadcasting from Arlington, Texas.
Yes, sir.
And we sound I don't know if we sound different, but we're using a different interface. For you technical people out there, I just got an interface so I can record these podcasts on my PC.
Yeah.
And so we're gonna see how it goes, and it would really help a lot, so I can edit on the run. I won't have to be stuck at my house on the computer trying to edit these episodes, and hopefully that'll help get them out there faster, because I know y'all have a hunger for this show. Y'all need it. Y'all are thirsty. Is that describe it pretty good?
Thirst.
And so,
the thrive thirst.
Yeah, so we're coming to the end of the holidays, which is great.
How was your Christmas?
It was good. Family, food, tamales. What else could you ask for?
Can't ask for much more, man.
I did go to a Christmas party in Arlington.
Oh yeah.
A certain Myka and Mahogany party.
A big bash.
I got to experience the turn up, firsthand.
The turn up. Yeah. Actually, this is your first time to my house, right?
The first time,
yeah. First time
visit.
to my house. Yeah, you got to see the Airbnbs. They were currently occupied, but you got to see them.
Oh, right now they're occupied.
No, they were occupied then. We're not Airbnb guests, but I had people spending the night.
Oh, okay. Yeah. We had our own room.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about that real quick, Yeah. And so we already, y'all know who we are. We talk Airbnb and stuff, but yeah, we talk all kinds of BS. And so I'll tell you, Rick, we went to Myka Mahogany's for the first time, me and my wife Lupita, and we got there and we brought our baby.
Yeah.
And so I did, I thought it was gonna be a little festive thing. Oh man, it was a party. It was
it was a turn up, man.
First party. And so it was a little loud, and which is cool, And but for a baby, she's like, a little.
Yeah, I didn't know you were bringing the little one. I was like, oh, we brought the baby. Yeah, because I thought you. I was like, hey, it's gonna be a turn up party, man.
We're still at that point where we take our baby everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah,
definitely.
I think we might grow out of that and start venturing out by ourselves. But yeah, it was definitely a turn up. We got to see the room, and a funny thing happened. We went, all right, let's go. I'm gonna try to put the baby down a little bit in the bed. Try to, it was loud. It was.
It was gonna be loud, man.
And so I went to the bedroom with the baby, and then upstairs, all these little girls were up there, right?
Yeah.
I guess y'all threw all the kids up there.
Yeah.
And so and they're like, oh my god, a baby. Like they're mobbing me like she was like a rock star or something. And so I was like, oh, okay, okay, here she is. And then so I opened the door to the room, and they just plow in behind me, a baby. And so anyways, I get her on the bed, but then they start jumping on the bed and going around. It's like, oh, snap. It was like a Night of the Living Dead, but with little girls, baby.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Okay, yeah. So, you're talking about my best friend's kids. Got you.
Yeah, and so they kind of mobbed us, and they almost knocked down your little mini fridge, by the way.
I didn't know they were in there.
And so when Lupita got up there and then we locked the door, just for a little piece.
Yeah.
And and Lupita started getting a little bit of a headache too. She had been a little under the weather.
Yeah.
And so the baby, and I was like, yeah, we probably should go.
I didn't know you guys are still bringing. I was like, oh, bring the baby in. I was having a full blown party, man.
So that was our story of the turnip. We'll hang out again pretty soon. And so now we know.
Yeah. It was fun though. You missed some fun.
Yeah, you were emceeing the whole night.
Oh yeah. They had me on my wife put me in charge of the entertainment, so I had to grab the mic.
Rocking the mic.
Yeah. Like I do on the podcast, we rock the mic.
So enough about holiday fun times. What are we gonna talk about today, man?
A lot, because we haven't talked about having our own podcast in 2 weeks now.
Yeah, we've had guests the last 2 weeks. Great guests.
Yeah, we've had great guests, man. So it's a whole lot been going on in the Airbnb world. I know the biggest thing for me is I'm on Booking.com, and I'm getting a whole lot of traffic. I get at least one booking a day.
Whoa.
On Booking.com every day. So, and the thing about Booking.com is it's all instant book, but you can decline them with nothing hurting against you. So what I do is I just send them to my Airbnb, because you're allowed to advertise your Airbnb on their site. I just send them to my Airbnb and put them down as not paid. I say, hey, if you want to confirm your reservation, just go to Airbnb.
Right.
So but all my rooms are actually booked until March. I just have one more room to sell, actually, and then they'll be booked up until March. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, so I'm doing pretty good. Turning them all into corporate rentals, pretty much. I'm working on doing that. So, how about you, man? What's been going on in your Airbnb life?
Well, it's funny you should ask. Right now, someone's sending me an inquiry from HomeAway. Ooh.
Really?
So we're doing a little bit of that HomeAway life,
So those prices way up.
They're higher than they're not. I mean, I'm not putting them at stupid levels. I'm putting them at just higher enough to cover that 4% and then some.
Oh, I go way high, man.
Really high?
Yeah, like at least $120 a night.
Oh snap! That's really high.
No, for a whole house, that's not high.
That's
VRBO.
Yeah, you're right.
VRBO,
okay.
Like a whole house is usually like $200-$300, man.
Huh? I should do that. This is this is gonna be the second person to stay there if she does stay here.
Yeah.
Stay there at the Art House Hearst, and so she she's hitting me up, and so and it's funny because they this is the second person, because the first guy he was the guy that was sending you a bunch of messages too.
Midi.
Midi. And he's like, where are you at? How far are you this? How about they ask like a lot of questions. Yeah. And this lady too asking a lot of questions. Where are you located? How far are you from Dallas? How far are you from Carrollton? Yeah. What's the city called that you're in? Which it's Art House Hearst, so it's in Hearst. And so it's like, I guess it's a different crowd it draws.
Yeah.
VRBO.
Definitely.
And VRBO HomeAway, whatever. They're one company now, right?
Yeah, they're one.
Oh, okay, cool. So yeah, she's hitting me up, asking a bunch of questions. We'll see if she stays there or not. But
When's she trying to stay?
February.
Oh dang.
February the 17th through the 20th.
Yeah, see those VRBO people, they come early, man. That's the older crowd. They always plan. Now, question: have you got any New Year bookings yet?
Yeah. I think.
Are you kind of nervous about that?
Wait a minute. See, I didn't know anything about that until I started hearing some shows talking about that, to jack up your rates for New Year's. That's what I heard. Sir. But I let HomeAway do it. So maybe they just booked it I'm sorry, Beyond Pricing. I let them do the pricing. So I don't know if they priced it accordingly. Maybe. I'm getting.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Because Airbnb, you're gonna get a bunch of parties on New Year's.
I've already had partiers, man.
You're gonna get New Year's parties. That's a different type of partying, man.
Yeah, that's true.
They're gonna be partying like it's 2018.
So the fans know what happened. Someone partied at my place and stopped up the garbage disposal. I got that fixed, and broken glass and stuff like that in the ground in the kitchen and real messy. And I left a scathing review, and after the 15 days, if they don't respond in 15 days, my review just goes up, because right now it's like it gives them a chance to say something, and then it puts it up, but it waits 15 days, and then if she didn't reply, it just boom, it puts it on there, boom, puts her on blast, and so it did that, And that 15th day, she's like, I got a message from her on Airbnb. Oh my God, I just saw your review and I'm devastated. And I don't know what could have happened. I was in and out of the place the whole time. Maybe someone from the dance troupe might have thrown a party when I already left. She's like, she might have left a day early then left. And she was like, well, maybe something happened or something. Maybe someone broke in or something happened the day before the cleaners got there. And then when we left, and I was like, well, no one broke in the house, and you're the only one that had the code. I changed the code out every single time.
Mm-hmm.
When a guest leaves, I delete the old code. I put a new code. So it had to be someone from your group. Did you give the code out to anybody else? And she was like, yeah, well, the troupe knew the code. The code to get in.
Oh.
And so she's like apologizing and saying she's sorry, and her reputation means a lot to her. And so I made a little. She's like, well, ask me how much, or tell me how much it would be to fix these things. And so I made up a little list and gave her a price.
Yeah.
And
how much did you tell her?
I told her $215.
Okay.
Because I said I gave my cleaning lady $150.
Mm-hmm.
And I said the garbage disposal, I said someone came out and fixed it for $75. Wink, wink. That someone might have been me, whatever. And so I'm gonna charge myself $75.
Question: did she send it?
That was yesterday, and she asked for my PayPal account and my Venmo account.
Okay.
And she said she's getting the group together and she's gonna make them give her the money so she can send it.
Sounds like it was a third-party reservation. She sent somebody else.
Oh shit, probably.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. Yeah, 'cause there's no way. Oh, I don't know what happened. Weren't you there? I don't care. Yeah, and then I left a day early. Oh, whatever. Yeah, you sent somebody else.
Right.
That's what that is.
So anyways, we'll see what happens. Maybe she will.
Yeah.
Maybe she will. Maybe she won't. Whatever. But lesson learned. And today, as I told you about the guy, it's a guy that sent me that request about, hey, no review. First of all, I had no reviews, no picture, right?
Yeah.
And it wasn't verified. They sent me a inquiry. Of course, they can't instant book if you don't have certain things.
Yeah.
If they could get the place for in the middle of January, they want to do a party for a friend's birthday party, and they thought about renting a hotel, but it's kind of expensive. But they saw our place and thought it was really cool. And I was like, well, you're not verified, and plus I don't know, about the partying, but find me. I told him, find me out there on the web, because you can't put the information. I was gonna, on they block out your stuff, websites and stuff. Find me out there on the web and message me, and I'll get to know you better, because I didn't see a picture, I didn't see anything,
Yeah.
And so but they never did, and they didn't respond. I kind of looked them up on Facebook. I was able to find that same person's name and find that and put them. They look like either they're in high school or just out of high school, man. So.
Oh yeah. I don't have time for that.
High school party, shoot.
Yeah. If he's having a party, forget that, man. Yeah. Instant no. And then he said you probably need to have you jacked up your rates a little bit?
I'm going to this month.
Yeah, because if you're cheaper than a hotel, you shouldn't be cheaper than a hotel for an entire place. You should be on par with them or a little bit more.
I wanted that January 1st to hit, get that superhost. Man, I'm right on the cusp.
Yeah.
That last person, they liked the place and everything, but they left me a 4-star review.
4-star?
Because I didn't have. He said his girlfriend complained that there was no full-length mirrors so she can get ready. In a full-length mirror.
That's actually very important.
And so that's good. It's a good tip, And I'm gonna go put some mirrors in there.
I'm gonna tell you, we had a guest stay at our room. It was in room M.
Uh-huh.
We really rented it out before it was ready, which we always put mirrors in there.
Fast tip.
Yeah,
fast tip.
She goes, oh, by the way, she said it to us directly. She's like, you guys should put a mirror in there because there's no place for us to do our hair. And I was like, oh, we haven't, and I was like, dang, we haven't finished that room, but we just rented it out early. Yeah, mirrors are very important, especially female guests. Mirrors. Yeah, you gotta have mirrors. I forgot about that.
Yeah, and there's mirrors in the house. I didn't have a full body mirror. They want to see the whole dress or whatever ensemble they're putting on. And they docked me a star for that. So.
Oh. Yeah.
And this is what, I'm priced low right now. I'm priced economical, and that's cool. And I think people should factor that in with their reviews. But people are people, people are getting spoiled nowadays, right? And like I said, if I'm gonna go to Texas Roadhouse, I'm gonna get a decent steak. It might not be the best steak in the world, but it's pretty good.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna pay under $20 for my meal, right? And so it's I'm gonna leave them. Okay, it's a good restaurant, good experience. I'm gonna leave them a real good review.
Yeah.
Now I'm not gonna say, oh, this steak ain't the best steak in the world. Like, it's like, I'm not gonna compare it to Ruth's Chris or a steakhouse like that, and then say I'll give them 3 stars because they're not as good as Ruth's Chris, which costs $70 or $100 for your meal, right?
Yeah, that's true.
I'm giving them a good deal, a real good deal on a house, on a complete whole house, and plenty of room for guests, and they're gonna still dock me. I think guests,
like that.
Fans, y'all listening, y'all are guests, and I hope y'all give good reviews, give the people the benefit of the doubt, give them constructive criticism, and then talk to them. Say if something's wrong with the house, let them know, and then shoot. If someone told me, hey, there's not enough towels, I'll run over there and get some towels or do something, but don't wait till you leave and then say, I'm giving 3 stars because I didn't have any towels. What the hell? Tell me,
I had an idiot give me a 1-star review this week. Cause about something just like you said, she didn't tell me what the problem was. She told me in her review. No. Matter of fact, she didn't tell me in the review. Yeah, she did. She wrote a bad review, left me a 1-star. And then she sends me a message and says, I just left you a scathing 1-star review because your cleaning lady said I didn't keep the place cleaned or something. And I was like, after she left the 1-star, I was like, oh, okay, thank you. I'm like, next time just let us know. Merry Christmas. But no. I'm concerned to get like that. Like, okay, you can't satisfy everyone. But I still try to satisfy most people. Not all people, really. But once you do something like, okay, you don't even tell me about it, I can't do anything about it. You know what I mean?
Right.
But she left a 1-star review. I ended up giving her 5 stars or whatever.
Yeah.
But then I looked at her reviews. 2 of her reviews said that she was a messy person. So I'm like, you probably didn't keep it clean. And I was going to write that in there, but I didn't say nothing. I was like, I didn't say nothing, left it alone. But yeah, man, I mean,
you can't please everybody.
You can't. If you try, you're gonna be looking down on yourself and like, oh man, can't please them all, man.
No, man. That's just as in life, right?
Yeah.
You start trying to bend over to please everybody, your whole life gets thrown out of whack.
It does.
And so, like I said, 26 reviews, and just a 1 3-star. That's the worst one I've got. It's a 3-star so far. Yeah, that was I told you the guy that complaining about the water pressure. And this and that, and just like simple stupid stuff. And
question: what age have you started to gauge the age group of these people?
This guy was older dude. Yeah, I guess he was more picky.
Yeah. Okay, what's I noticed? The older crowd.
They expect hotel quality, right?
Yeah. They're kind of more picky. The younger crowd, they don't read the listing. So I mean, the younger crowd, they're probably gonna break a few rules. The older crowd, they're just gonna expect over the top. You know what I mean? Which you try to go over the top, but sometimes you just fall short of what they're expecting. You know what I mean? That's from what I've found.
I was gonna ask you we had a guest email you about a consultation about your timeshares.
Oh yeah.
How did that consultation go?
Pretty good. She didn't have a timeshare though. She was just wanting to know how I did it, and I kind of explained to her like I explained to everyone on the podcast how I do it. But I'm like, how do you? Because I'm like, if you don't have a timeshare, she's like, I just want to know how you do it. And I was thinking about getting a timeshare, and I was telling her, I'm like, you better find one for a good deal because I don't think it's worth it. Buy a timeshare to do that. I'm like, you kind of have to already have one, So she was kind of in that same boat of asking how to do it, and I pretty much gave her everything I had,
But your book's gonna explain everybody step by step how to win at the timeshare game, right?
Yeah, I tell people the only way I think to win right now is you have to already have had a timeshare that's already paid off. If you already have a timeshare that's paid off, I think that's the only way to win. Unless you know how to get a full blown timeshare deeded into your name that has all the elite membership benefits and remember, make sure this timeshare is paid off, like all the bonus times, inventory specials, all that stuff. If you're able to get that, it's worth it.
Yeah.
Which I could, I know I guess I could go into that. But I mean, I tell people that all the time. You have to already have one or know how to get one with all those benefits included.
Right. If you made a checklist, I bet it'd be pretty popular checklist, man.
Yeah. I'll tell people how to do it.
Cool.
I'll be charging people what $50 for that book. No, I'm joking.
$19.99.
Yeah, $19.99.
Amazon.com.
Yeah, Amazon published. Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Let's do it, man. Let's get a book.
And then, so what else has been going on in the Booking.com is the place to be. If you're not on Booking.com, you need to get there. By the way, I turned off Instant Book on Airbnb, so people can't Instant Book my crap anymore. I'm officially, I'm bogarting my listing since Airbnb likes to hold your listing hostage over crazy stuff like people who haven't paid. But no, what I'm doing is I turned off Instant Book on all my listings. I'm kind of going corporate route on all my rooms. I'm doing corporate / long term a little bit, and I price it a little lower. So kind of for slow seasons like right now, Cowboys ain't making the playoffs. So after that happened, I was like, finally gotta find other ways to make money. Yeah,
Taking the power back.
Yeah. So I was like, I turned off Instant Book. I'm officially kind of taking control of all my listings. I'm listed on a bunch of platforms now. I'm on Bud and Breakfast, Booking.com.
Get anything from Bud and Breakfast yet?
A bunch of reviews, nothing yet. I don't know if people don't want to smoke weed in Texas or what. And they might think I'm a setup. I don't know what it is. But a bunch of views. But mainly a lot of Booking.com, man. I'm getting a lot of hits daily. A lot. And most, like one guy, he just booked for a month off Booking.com, but he booked through my Airbnb.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he stayed from January to
So
February.
he found you on Booking.com, and then it sent him to your Airbnb to...
Yeah, sent him to Airbnb.
Oh, that's how it does it. So you don't actually have a profile on there? Or how does it work?
I have a profile on Booking.com.
And they can book through Booking.com? Or no?
Yeah, they can. But I don't let them book. I just tell them, hey, go to this link. After they see my place, like, hey, I want your place, I send them to the link.
So why won't you let them book on Booking.com?
It's easier to manage through Airbnb because tax time's coming. A lot of people forgot about that. Yeah, tax time's coming, and I need to kind of keep everything in order.
Oh, nice. Good thinking.
Do you have a CPA ready?
We have a friend of the family that's a CPA. Yeah,
there you go. Get them ready, especially Airbnbers. I still don't know I don't know the Airbnb tax game that well, but I know that new tax bill that was passed. Josh actually texted me. He said it's supposed to have an effect on small business owners.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know what defines a small business owner.
I guess that would be us. We're small.
Well, I think that's a tax bracket, though, right?
Is it?
Is it considered like small business owners a certain tax bracket?
Oh, I guess so. So we're getting a tax break then. Small business owners are getting a tax break.
I'm not sure if it's a tax break.
Yeah.
Or if it's something harsh. I gotta really read into that. Maybe one of our listeners wants to send us an email on it. I need to look deeper into what's going on.
Some that you probably would consider is which is what I'm really considering. I want to talk to what are they called?
CPA.
Not CPA. The people that help you invest. What the hell are they called?
Not a broker, but
anyways,
yeah.
I heard that they do this, IRAs and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Financial advisor.
Okay,
and,
there you go.
And I have a buddy that is one actually. And so this thing is getting real popular in our business world, in our real estate world, is the self-directed IRA.
Yes, sir.
And I listened to. Did you listen to that podcast I sent you?
No, I haven't.
Oh man, that dude goes way into it. Of course, it's still above my my level of getting it intelligence, but pretty much it's like he explained it like this, like in layman's terms. You start this IRA.
Mm-hmm.
And it's that you could even roll over your 401k into it or whatever you want to do. If you're going to get like all hardcore, let's say you quit your job or in your little in the 5-year plan or whatever you say it, you can roll that into a self-directed IRA. And most IRAs you can invest in stocks and bonds and the things that they let you invest in, right?
Yeah.
But self-directed, you're telling the government that, hey, I got this. I know what I want to invest my retirement in, and I'm gonna do it. And I'm gonna do it my way. And then they let you invest in real estate within your IRA.
Yes, sir.
And so you can put all your properties in that IRA, and people and he didn't bring up Airbnb, but I don't see why it wouldn't work with Airbnb because he's saying He accumulates rentals. He buys them in his IRA. He puts them in there, and the people that are renting out the houses from him pay directly to his IRA, so that it's generating income in there. He uses that money to buy more houses, and it pretty much tax free, right? Because it's your retirement account, so it's already taxed dollars, and so you're making profit tax free in your IRA by utilizing real estate. And I thought that was tax free money.
Well, how old's the guy?
How old is the guy?
Yeah.
Well, maybe he's out of 40s or 50s. He's been doing. He said he'd been doing it for 23 years now. The what's it called? The self-directed IRAs. So he knows all the ins and outs about it.
So he knows how to get it out tax free.
Yeah, you can do payments to yourself from the IRA, something like that. If you're like retired, you know how you can.
Well, it's an age limit, right?
That's a good question too.
Yeah, because I have an IRA.
Right.
Yeah, it's an age. I think a self-directed. I think it's like 60.
Now he said that if you call like Wells Fargo, whoever services your IRA, and you say, I want a self-directed IRA, they said, oh, you already got one. But to them, a self-directed is you're choosing the stocks, whatever. You're choosing the stuff that they're letting you choose. And he goes, ask him a question. Hey, can I buy a house in my IRA and change it into a rental and have people pay their the rent inside my IRA? They're like, no, you can't do that. It's they see it a different way. To them, a self-directed is just stocks and bonds and stuff like that.
Gotcha. I'm gonna listen to that podcast then.
You listen to it, dude.
Yeah.
It's the he described it the most clear way possible. That we'll put it in the show notes. It's what's the best real estate advice ever? Was it best real estate advice ever show?
Yeah.
With Jim Fairless, and it's all about self-directed IRA, which. Yeah, man, it's mind blowing.
Yeah, I need to get into that because I really need to. I already have a CPA and stuff lined up, but I know tax time's coming in. Gotta make sure you don't owe nothing. I don't care if I get back $5. I just don't want to owe nothing.
Charge it all off, bro.
There you go.
Man, gas, charge everything, groceries.
Yes, sir.
Furniture, everything.
Okay.
What was I gonna say? That's why I was fired up because of the self-directed IRA, which is weird. You know, you're getting old when an IRA gets you all motivated and excited, right?
I've had one for because I work contract, so I kind of have to have one IRA. You know.
Do you have 401k too?
No, I don't do 401k. I only do IRA.
Now he brings that up too. Yeah. He said it might be easier. Like you're worried about getting the cash out, right?
Yeah.
And he said it might be easier to make your. I think he even called it a self-directed 401k. It's kind of the same deal. They'll construct a 401k for you but you could take loans out from your 401k. Let's say you're gonna buy a house. Let's just say you have $100,000 in there, right?
Yeah.
You want to buy a house, a $200,000 house, and so you'll need 20 or 40 grand down, whatever the price is.
Yeah.
You can borrow that amount from your 401k. And get it in a loan, and then it's like my 401k charges $50 if I borrow from it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they just put it like on a repayment plan. Then you pay yourself back into your 401k. So you're like the bank, and so you're paying interest on it, but you're paying yourself that interest. You know, let's say if it's a 5% interest rate, you're paying that money back, that $20,000 you borrowed out, plus interest. But you're pouring that plus the interest back in your 401k. You're not giving the interest to someone else. So it's like you become your own bank by using that 401k.
Yeah. So
he said it's easier to access if you really want to pull money out, access cash. You know, you can do it that way.
Okay.
So there's differences. Yeah, but listen to that show, man. He can explain it way better than you, and we'll have that on the show notes. It's very, very fascinating.
Oh, yeah. So
we have a million topics here. We didn't even talk to anything.
Did you hear about the guy who uses Airbnb to burglarize homes?
You mentioned it on the notes, and I really wanted to hear about this. What's going on?
He pretty much uses Airbnb and burglarizes his home. But pretty much what he does, he books at somebody's place, gets the address, cancels the booking. So people who have flexible booking on, I would suggest you turn that off. Go to at least moderate or strict. So if you have flexible, he can cancel it, no penalty free. Cancel it
24 hours before he can cancel it.
Get your address, boom, boom. Hopefully you end up sending him all the information he needs to get in your house. And,
all the code and everything.
Yeah, and boom, he's out of there. Quite clever.
But he got caught.
Yeah, he got caught. There you go. That's the thing about it.
How did he get caught? With cameras or what?
I don't know if he got caught with cameras, but somehow they caught the dude.
Maybe because they noticed a pattern on his on him doing this.
Well, I mean, somebody has whoever house he broke into, they had to report him. So I mean,
yeah, that's true. But if he's done it, has he done it to several houses before that?
Yeah, they said several houses.
Okay, well then they put two and two together.
Even
right?
at that, why would he keep doing it under the same profile?
Because he's an idiot.
Wow.
It sounded like a smart idea, but yeah, not really. You change a different profile each time, right?
Yeah, you could change a different profile.
Yeah, get the Russians to help you. Trump's friends. Anyway, not getting political, Myka. Calm down. So I had a guest that stayed there a few guests ago, and he hit me up, and he's like, "Hey man, yeah, I have I'd like to stay. Your place looks cool. I'd like to stay there. I don't live too far away, and this was right after the party incident, right? This was right after the party, so I had a bad taste in my mouth. And so he's like, I have a service dog, and I was wondering if I could bring him, but I if I have to, I could leave it at my grandma's, but I'd really like to have my service dog with me. And so I was like, put me in a little crunch, do I turn this dude down, to the service dog down, or whatever, And I was, like I said, I was just coming off that party fiasco, and I talked to him. I asked him about it, and he told me he would be mostly outside, and then if he's inside, he would just be sleep. It was cold that day. He would sleep, in the tiled area, not sleep, and then he would clean up after him, and I was like, all right, yeah, okay, yeah, you can bring the dog,
Yeah.
and so it went well. My wife cleaned the house, that of course,
yeah.
And she said. There was nothing. There was no footprints or anything in the carpeted areas.
Yeah.
And the floors weren't too dirty. He said he even asked me when he was leaving, checking out, if he could have we had a mop there that he could use so he could mop the floors real good.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, whoa, we don't have a mop accessible to the guests. Which now I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna leave like cleaning products accessible to guests in case they get a hankering to clean. That's cool.
Yeah.
I never thought of that. I left a broom and dustpan, but that was it.
Oh yeah.
And so I'm gonna leave some wipes. That's fast tip.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, do that.
Leave some wipes. Leave some, were the hygienic wipes, and leave some broom, dustpan. Maybe even a little vacuum cleaner. Who knows? If you want to leave some stuff behind, they get it. Yeah, it's a great idea. And then I said we didn't have one accessible, but don't worry about it. We'll get the floors and just I said I told him there's some wipes under the sink, and he said, I'll clean it up as best as I can. He goes, you know what? I left it. I left a tip for the cleaning lady, cause the floors. And I thought, well, okay, thanks. And so my wife got there, and compared to that party place, it looked like perfectly clean. I mean, she said it smelled a little doggish, and it would happen. We had the heavy rains those days when he stayed there, so I can wet dog. He got a wet dog smell, but she swept real good, and there was a little bit of dog hair. There's no dog hair or nothing on the furniture, and and then she mopped real good, and that got rid of the dog smell, just mopping. And in the house, so he left the house clean, and he left her a $20 tip.
Oh,
so
$70.
So, yeah, $70, babe. Oh yeah.
What?
Your first Airbnb tip.
Woo.
And so Airbnb. No, the guy with the dog.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he left you a $20 tip.
That's actually.
So she has to split the tip with me, 10 and 10. No, I'm just kidding. She's looking at me like, yeah, right.
So, dang. So if people leave tips, that's a good idea. He must have been an older guy.
He seemed like a young dude.
Really?
Yeah, he seemed like a young dude. And you know what happened? And he hit me up. When the last podcast we were doing, he kept hitting me up, and he tried to call me, and I was like, hey, I'm on the radio right now.
Yeah.
Let me call you afterwards. And he sent me another message. Hey man, my buddy's here. He's about to leave. He's already gonna leave town, but he wants to know if he can buy some of these art pieces. Mm-hmm. And it's Art House Hearst, so we got art all over the walls. And so I was like, well, yeah. He's like, yeah. He wants to buy this one. He'll pay full price. Is that cool? And I'm over here we're doing the show, and I'm texting, and I was like, yeah, full price sounds good. Let me text what's his the artist Daniel.
Okay.
Let me text him your information. and he'll get a hold of you. And so so I did that, and he said, all right, Daniel's on his way, and he texted me, thanks, man. So Daniel went over there in the middle of the night and sold $300 worth of paintings.
For real? How many paintings did he sell?
Just 2 paintings.
Oh, $150 a piece?
150, yeah, about 150 a piece. And so he sold $300 worth of paintings, and then just this random dude's friend came over and he liked the paintings.
What'd you charge?
And he commissioned them. Oh, I didn't charge.
You don't charge.
I told you, not yet. I just wanted to, when we started this, I wanted to, fill up the place with art, and so there's always a way. That's what I'm telling you, ready, what do they say? Ready, aim, fire, or ready, fire, aim, right?
Yeah, ready, fire,
so
ready, aim, fire.
Ready, but that's the correct way. Ready, aim, fire. But there's a book called Ready, Fire, Aim. Kind of like, don't hesitate, just freaking do it, and then worry about the aim. And so that's the thing. I took the leap, and I was gonna start an Airbnb, and I was like, well, I need art. I need art in these walls. And I just put a Craigslist ad out there. Anybody want to put up art here, commission for free, blah, blah, blah. And so that tackled the problem for me. I didn't have to sit there and paint all these paintings, right? Other people came in there and put their paintings. And this is one of the guys. And he sold 2 pieces. And so
that's a good idea. I'm doing that. Because actually, I've been advertising my spots on Airbnb. I mean, on Craigslist like hell. I've been getting a bunch of hits. So like, I'm gonna do that. That's a good idea.
There's a lot of starving artists out there.
Yes, sir.
And he got paid. He sold 2 paintings, and the guy was gonna commission him to do another painting because he likes cars. This guy paints like hot rods and stuff.
Really?
So he commissioned him to do another piece. I'm like, cool. I'm glad I helped him out. He helped me out by helping beautify my house. Right. Yeah. I didn't have to go buy paintings, and that's expensive. Yeah. So and he got to sell his art, which is a beautiful thing,
So are all your pieces framed on your wall?
Well, most of them are framed. There's a lot of them framed, and then there's a lot of that are like canvases that are put up.
Gotcha.
So
okay.
yeah, so they don't need a frame. But but yeah, that was pretty neat. He got to get some artwork while he was there.
Yeah. So you go put some art up in your place and charge people commission.
So after that experience, I was thinking, should I go pet friendly? And that was just a personal thing. I was like, you got to put a lot of rules, right? If it's gonna be a pet friendly place, I would think. And I wanted to actually find a guest on a local host. I'm sorry, and that's a pet friendly host that has a real nice house. Because I want to ask him, I want to grill him. You got a real nice place, Aren't you worried that a dog's gonna trash it, or how do you do it? Do you put a big deposit? You charge more. You probably charge double or triple a cleaning fee, or you probably charge more a cleaning fee because you have to clean after dogs, right? Yeah. So and if I thought of doing this pet friendly thing, I would definitely get rid of the carpet in the rooms and put like laminate down or something that's easier to clean because if a dog goes on your carpet,
that's too much work,
then you got to do the steam cleaning to get all that stuff clean, But if I can lay down laminate. If I threw some laminate in there, it looks cool. Plus, it's
laminate in rooms though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, because I've lived in a house with laminate in the rooms. Yeah. I don't know. It might.
I'm used to it. I had laminate. At this house, I have laminate in the rooms.
Yeah. I don't know. It might work.
Or I can tile throughout, one of the two. But anyways, I just thought of it. I mean, because I looked. I did a little research. I looked in the area, Hurst or Arlington. The whole area, and I started putting filters. And I put pet friendly, and of course that shrunk it down a whole bunch, to not very. At first it was like 500 listings, and then it shrunk down to like 90, and then I put in like a full house, 3-bedroom house, shrunk it down to like all the filters I ended up putting it shrunk it down to like 2 people doing it, for a full house. How many filters
did you put in? Full house.
It was a full house, private, your own house, you can rent, and then pet friendly. And I just kind of made it like a similar to what my listing is, and filters wise, all the stuff they offered, the stuff I offered, and it shrunk it down to like just 2 houses in the whole area doing something that are similar to how my house is. I'm like, wow, there's only 2 people out there. Superhosts? And they are superhosts.
Superhosts. How many? A lot of reviews.
And they a ton of reviews, yeah. And so, but they do have rules, They I think one lady said it could only be like an outside dog. It could be outside dog, whatever. Mm-hmm. And which Which I don't know if I'd do that. What if it's freezing cold?
Yeah.
The dog's gonna die out there. But anyways, I just know it knocks it down to there's very few people doing it, and of course they don't want their house to be ruined.
Yeah.
And the lady put like, we are pet friendly, but due to a one-on-one like little interview beforehand, like what kind of pet it is, what kind of dog it is, whatever. Probably she don't want pit bulls coming over and might kill somebody in her house, and then
something, whatever it is,
be liable.
I wonder, my biggest question would be like, have you ever had someone who was allergic to something complain or stay at your place? But I don't know if they would get those people since they're listed as pet friendly.
That's a good question. I don't know. I don't know
if they would get those people that are allergic to certain things. Because I know I'm not pet friendly, and I get people asking me, "Hey, have you ever let pets stay in your house?" And I'm like, "No."
Yeah. I don't know. I just think I just see it as a big opportunity because not a lot of people are doing it.
Yeah.
And if you got the cleaning part down, maybe put some like those fitted sheets over all the sofas, right? Those ones that look nice that you can just throw and wash them real good.
Yeah.
And like I said, no carpet in the house, which I just knock out the carpet, and I don't know, just clean everything real good, like you said, for the people that are allergic. That kind of would.
Yeah.
And that would be like a right up the the people you say they don't read the description, right? But right at the top I'm gonna put this is a pet friendly place. Yeah. So the people with allergies might deter them.
But even at that, how many people have pet allergies out there? I mean, there is a lot, but I mean, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So I mean, it could be an opportunity.
I think there's more opportunity of getting these pet people. And they'll pay a premium to take their pet with them, right?
That's true.
Because let's say they go somewhere for a week, how much is it going to cost them to board that pet?
I mean,
in a kennel, that's a lot of money.
Yeah, your biggest thing would be your biggest advantage would be just a higher cleaning fee.
Yeah, I'd hire the cleaning. I'd raise the cleaning fee, which is good for the Bita. She'd get more money, and then it's more work too because it's cleaning up after dogs or cats or whatever.
Really, what I would put in there is, if you're bringing a pet, this is the cleaning fee. If you're not bringing a pet, this is the cleaning fee.
You'd have to worry about them smuggling in pets then, right? Because they'd be like, oh, well, we'll just bring one in on the sly, Put it in under their jacket.
Click that little button. Oh, click that new button on Airbnb that there's surveillance there.
Yeah, but
I meant to talk about that.
Yeah. I don't know about that. You mentioned that on the notes, right?
Yeah, there's a new little button. Of course, you're gonna have to fudge it a little bit if you don't have cameras. But I mean, most people are more than likely to. I notice people are more than likely to respect your home probably if they know that they're being recorded. But also, well, actually, I don't know. That one lady said that she recorded a party. But also, I think that would kind of deter certain guests, like the partiers.
Yeah.
If you say that you have a camera at your place.
I
never thought about that, but once I seen Airbnb put that as a feature in there now that you can click that little button.
Oh, that's a good idea. And I've been contemplating that, doing some cameras, one in the front, one in the back,
I'm doing that
for that reason.
But I never thought about, I guess if you put it in the listing, that probably wouldn't be a good idea. Like, hey, here's the cleaning fee. Like, oh, we're going to save some money on the cleaning fee,
People would dodge it. Just like if you said extra guests. And I heard one podcast talk about this. They don't charge for extra guests. And they say, well, why don't you? Because you make more money. If you let more people than 3 go, you make $10 a head. After that, if they want more people. Like, well, he didn't like how it made the guests like kind of contemplate if they're going to lie or not. And they might not enjoy their stay as much if they did bring like someone extra or 2 extra. They think they're getting away with something. And they're kind of like, have that guilt feeling. He just didn't want any. And what happens if he discovered they had more? It would just make a whole big like I don't know, like maybe a confrontational thing. Yeah. And he says so he doesn't charge for extra guests for that reason.
Yeah, I don't.
He just don't want to be the consternation there.
Do you?
I don't charge for extra guests.
Yeah, I don't either. I hear a lot of people complaining about like saying they charge extra for late checkouts and late check-ins. Have you heard people like on the little professional?
Oh yeah, they say.
I hear a lot. I'd never thought about that. I haven't had many complaints about that.
They go crazy on that thing, man. What was that guy talking about getting roofied or?
Oh yeah, that was. Dude, he was cracking jokes.
What's that one? That one we like a lot. Is that Airbnb Professional Hosts?
Yeah, Professional Hosts.
And so some guy put on there a comment. He said, "Hey, everybody out there, I got roofied at a bar, and my Airbnb host wouldn't let me back in, and I just don't think that's right, and this and that." And then he goes, I couldn't figure out how to open the door, but it's because I got roofied. And the other people right away, "Oh, roofie, you mean you got drunk?" And they start going off on them.
Yeah, man.
No, I'm serious. And so I'm a super host, so I know blah blah blah. And I got, he shouldn't treat me like that. They kicked me out of the house because of that. And they're like, and some lady went off, "You got roofied. You might have gotten raped. You never know. You should call the authorities." And
that turned it into a whole other battle. I was like, oh my god, I was laughing the whole time.
The guy that's thin, his name's Thin. What's no Nguyen. The guy that started the show. See, I screwed up. Sorry, bro, if you're listening. The guy that started the Facebook page. Something. I want to say something Nguyen, but I'm sorry, screwing it up. Yeah. Anyways, he's a cool dude. I've talked to him. I mean, I've messaged with him before. I want him to be a guest on the show.
Oh yeah, we gotta get him on.
And so he's talking about. He's in Vietnam.
Oh yes.
So he runs. It looks like he's killing it over there, man. He has some really nice Airbnbs over there.
Really?
Yeah, and so I don't know. Vietnam fascinates me. I'd like to go visit, but just he started this page, and there's almost 18,000 people on it, right?
Yeah.
And so he moderates it too. So he knocked down that whole listing, that whole thing that they were doing, right?
Yeah.
You hear something?
Smell.
Oh, she's burning some incense.
Oh, okay. I was like, somebody's smoking something.
We just smoked some weed, so just kidding.
So yeah, I was like, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, it was breaking out over here. So, anyways, yeah, he had to take down that controversial roofied comment.
I do have a question for like any guests or anyone who's familiar with Craigslist. Do you guys get a lot of people like hitting you up asking about bank what's it called? Yeah, bank certified checks, saying they'll pay you in bank certified checks. I'm like, hell no, you can pay through these. Because I give people two options to pay. You can pay through Cozy on a lease, or you can pay through Airbnb, and I get a lot of people hitting me up about that. I'm like,
oh wow, I've Western Union or a lot of PayPal's. I've gotten hit up with people trying to PayPal me money.
PayPal, yeah.
And of course they say don't do that because Well, there's a way to scam that, and I don't know exactly how it works. My uncle he almost got scammed one time too because some people were trying to buy a motorcycle from him.
Yeah. And
they showed him. They said, all right, he's selling it for $9,000. I said, yeah, sounds good. We'll go pick it up tomorrow, and we're putting in the money in your PayPal right now. And so they sent him a page that said so and so deposited $9,000 into his PayPal account. He goes, we'll pick it up. We'll pick it up tomorrow. And so someone told him that, hey, check your PayPal, make sure that money is hit. And he goes, well, they said it would take a day to hit but it shows that they deposit. And so anyways, they're able to do some screen that that looks like they deposited $9,000 into his account.
That's more or less on the people. You can log into PayPal and see if it's hit.
Yeah, exactly. That was one way they were trying to scam them, but they say there's other ways, because it says on Craigslist never accept transactions through PayPal, whatever.
It does.
Yeah,
because like even when
be wary of it.
Like when I did that consultation, you have to PayPal me before I get on the phone with you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like I always do that. Like I was like, hey, I haven't paid. Don't get on the phone. Don't get on the phone. It's that simple. Ain't paid. Don't get on the phone.
She does the consultations too, then.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Nice.
I'm like, I ain't paid. Don't get on the phone. So I have people. You PayPal me. It shows up instantaneously. Boom.
Might I ask how much you charge? Real quick. What do you charge regular people that aren't listeners of this show? First, tell me the regular price you charge people, and then tell me the price that you'll charge like a guest of our show. A fan of our show.
A fan of our show?
Yeah. So what's the regular going rate of a consultation?
$125 an hour.
$125 an hour.
Yeah.
And what would you charge one of our listeners? Thinking on the fly.
How many how many podcast episodes of ours have you listened to? No, I charge them like I do half. I do like, is that $75?
From 125, yeah, 75 bucks. That's a good deal, man.
Yeah, I mean, I charged this lady. I didn't charge her the full 125 because we didn't talk that long. But I think I charged her like 50 for like 30 minutes. But I usually charge 125 an hour because I recalculated. Me and my husband went in and recalculated. She's like, "How much is our time really worth?" Because people don't pay you what you're worth, but they pay you what you ask. You know what I mean? So I was like 125 an hour. That's an hour of our time away from our son. You know what I mean?
I like that. People don't pay you what you're worth; they pay you what you ask.
Yeah, what you negotiate.
What you negotiate.
Yeah,
I dig it.
So 125 too much. Hey, keep pushing. I've actually had a dude hit me up this week. He's like, "Hey, hit me up through Airbnb." He goes, "Hey, I'm a digital marketing guy." He goes, "I see you have a lot of listings, man. I see you have your podcast." He goes, "I'm gonna start listening, but." He goes, "Would you mind bartering information?" He goes, "I'll teach you all about digital marketing if you teach me about Airbnb hosting." I was like, I told him, find me online, Google me, and I said, we can talk. I was like, I like people that do barter, think like that, you know what I mean?
Oh, nice,
so I was like,
nice.
Digital marketing, that's smart.
Hell yeah. Share economy, bro.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you have a million topics on here. Which one? Oh, wait.
Go to yours, man. You have way more than me. Yeah, go to yours.
Some of the guests think they can be smart asses. What is that?
Oh, that was the one who talked about.
Oh,
Lucas.
you're getting the 1-star. Boom.
Yeah, that's.
And I put right behind that, amen.
Yeah, that was the one we talked about last week with Lucas. And it was funny after he said that. I seen so many people in that little Airbnb Professional Host complaining about how superhosts are bad guests.
Right.
I didn't even think about that.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Good thing I don't travel on Airbnb.
I added another trundle bed to my Airbnb.
Oh yeah, you said you did that,
And
right?
I got it on Nextdoor. Nextdoor? What's it called? Nextdoor.com. That's a cool site, dude.
You know what was cool? I kind of got something like that just happened to me day before yesterday. So the party we went to, the little girls were upstairs.
Oh yeah, baby.
Their parents are trying to move here. So we took them around looking at houses, right? So we're sitting in front of this house, we're looking at it, me and Mahogany in the truck, and this dude just comes up and he knocks on my window. I'm like, who the hell is this? He knocks on the window. He's like, "Hey man, I see you have a truck." He goes, "Me and my family, we're trying to get rid of all this stuff they were moving." He goes, "We have a bed." He goes, "A full-size bed in here. Nice bed." He goes, "Do you want it?" I really don't want to have to sell this thing.
With the mattress?
Yeah, mattress,
oh
everything.
Oh my god.
Gave it to us, put it in my garage, and I'm selling it. Yeah, I'm gonna be selling that because this is a full size. I only do queens and up, so I was like, yeah, I'm gonna sell this. So right now I have 2 full size mattresses, a box spring, a queen bed frame, all in my garage. I need to sell some of it. Like the full size stuff's going first. So anyone in Arlington want any of that? Hit me up. I will be selling.
I might have to talk to you about that off air, bro.
Oh yeah, what?
Maybe about a full size.
Oh,
yeah, a full size. I'll talk to you about it off air.
Gotcha.
Remember, I know how much you paid for it.
Yeah.
0.
Nice memory foam bed too, man.
Oh snap.
Yeah, Serta. No, Serta. I think it was a Serta. But yeah, man.
Nice. So I added that trundle. I got it on that Nextdoor, which I was saying, Nextdoor.com, whatever. And I have a Nextdoor page in Hurst. I should join the Nextdoor one in Arlington too.
Oh yeah, I'm in it.
But the Arlington one is way huge. It's huge. The Nextdoor one in Hurst is not a lot of people, but this one dude, it's like an older gentleman. He put the trundle bed up there, right? And he put it for $150. Comes with both mattresses, right? Which is a damn good deal because I always have my eye out for them. Trundles are cool. Yeah. You can sit on them and chill. What's so real quick? What's so funny? You're like,
I don't know. I'm looking at your notes, man. Go ahead, keep going.
My notes. And so the trundle, it's like a day bed, you know. Yeah. But the mattress pulls out from under bottom too. It has the wheels and it pulls out. So two more guests can have a place to sleep. And plus, you you put the thing back under there and you can like sit on it, chill on it like it's a little sofa, whatever. Yeah. But I think they're neat. I think trundles are cool. And they're usually selling for about $200 on what's it called, the Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist, without the mattresses. Yeah. This one was $150 with the mattresses, and I messaged him. I asked him about it, and I said, if I go pick it up today, I'll give you $100. Is that cool? And he's like, yeah, okay, come by. So I got it for $100. I got it like cheap, and so put it over there in the art house first. So on the front, little living room area, like this kind of area. There's a trundle there, and so it's kind of like a fourth bedroom if you think about it.
Yeah.
So I'm giving people, and I want to go towards more advertising. Getting families in there.
Yes.
I think that's a good deal because there's a lot of spots to sleep.
Yeah.
It's a whole house. VRBO it up.
Yeah. VRBO, way to go.
So yeah, that's what just improvement. You got to keep improving on your place, right?
Yeah.
So what do you?
Sounds like you're having tax trouble over there in Hearst. Taxes are up in Hearst. Government knows how to kick a business in the balls while you're trying to.
Man, they adjusted my taxes. I guess it's not my
Trump don't pay taxes. Why should I?
Should I? You don't pay taxes.
Yeah, taxes are going up.
Man, they went up. They went up.
Oh, you brought up a good point. Create videos of your listings. That is coming for Airbnb, I heard. And I do plan on doing that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do that too.
Create a video. I want them to do that 360 thing. That'd be pretty dope. That 360
panoramic.
The panoramic thing. Just kind of go around the room.
Yeah. See, that would be good.
Yeah.
See, and I heard someone talking about that on another podcast, of course. But they said, don't do the video where you're just like walking through, filming everything. People probably get nauseous or something. People, I don't know. The people don't like that. But the 360 kind of the thing that they said that's probably the way to go.
Yeah.
So that's another way. Another way, man. Let me see. Yeah, the taxes, man. Oh, that sucks. Because I moved. This is my primary residence now, so I get like a lower taxes on this one, So that just means the Hearst one taxes went up.
Oh man, I found a little glitch in Airbnb that's kind of pissing me off. It's actually giving me a couple of 4-star reviews I just found out about. So when you duplicate listings, it doesn't copy the address. So like you have to manually put the address in. So at first it was working. Now they took it out where you don't put the address in, and they're sending them just to the city of where your listing is. So I had 2 guests tell me, hey man, your listing sent me out in the middle of nowhere.
Oh,
and
shit.
Yeah, 2 guests that happened to. So yeah, Airbnb needs to get their stuff together.
So they 4-starred you for that.
Yeah, which makes sense. I understand that because they put them like 15, 20 minutes away from where they're supposed to be. So
right.
Yeah, I understand a 4-star for that if it's a bad address.
Oh, I told you about Terry Crews.
Yeah, you said he was on the show, right?
He was on Tim Ferriss's show. Man, that's an inspirational show. You'll be ready to take on the world after you hear all that, man.
Oh yeah, Terry Crews. He actually has really good inspirational videos too, man.
Yeah.
Like about being humble, what humble means. He has really good stuff.
He's awesome. And uploading your pics. Okay. Oh yeah, I put that because I was doing the other day adding some pics to the VRBO, right? And through the phone, it was a lot easier for some reason. It was you know how you add pics to VRBO, you have to resize them and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I was doing that with my phone, and it was a lot easier. It was just it was accepting them. So I don't know if it's easier to load them that way as opposed to the computer, which sounds backwards, right? Usually the computer, everything's easier to do on that. But yeah, I was having no issues with that. So I don't know. Maybe they're I don't want to say twerking. They're tweaking tweaking the thing.
Well, I think probably because your phone just probably puts them in a JPEG automatically. I'm not sure if iPhones do that, but that could probably be it. Just puts it in a JPEG form automatically, and you're good to go.
Real quick, what's your New Year's resolution?
New Year's resolution? Man, it's funny. I made that today.
Uh-oh, here we go.
Wasn't anything like, I want a new year, new me crap. None of that crap.
That one's mine.
I made a financial New Year resolution.
Uh-oh.
That New Year resolution is to gross $240,000 next year just off Airbnb income. Wow. Gross. Just gross it. Then I can take that to the bank and retire so I can get some loans.
And how are you going to do that?
Everything, man. Timeshares, book rooms, private rooms. I'm gonna actually next year we're getting heavy into the what's it called, listing management instead of subleasing. I'm gonna find a way to do less work, make more money. So just start charging people 20%, manage their Airbnb.
Nice.
Because I'm starting to run into a lot of people because we actually went to Rudy's barbecue last week, and this dude, he was like trying to come up with the superior Airbnb. Like he he had this single family home, but he was like gonna go in and just straight gut it, right? He was gonna gut it and turn it into like 4 different hotel rooms. No, six hotel rooms, and he was gonna gut it out. And he was like, so if I did this, and I was like, dang man, I'm like, yeah, you make some money doing that, but I don't know how much you. But after he calculated it, he realized Airbnb wouldn't work for it because he needed at least $10,000 in cash flow. But how he was gonna do it, some of it would be private and some of it would be public. So I'm like, I don't know if the numbers are gonna work. So like the max we came up to him cash flow was like $6,000. Yeah, that wasn't enough for him.
Now, before this was years back, man. When I first started working in American,
yeah,
and there was a guy that would make the crash pads for the flight attendants,
yeah,
and airline employees. A lot of airline employees that work here at DFW,
yeah,
they live other spots in the country. You know, they just it's the best place for them to work. Mm-hmm. But they commute. They go back as soon as their days off hit, or they'll bust out a bunch of overtime in a few days, and then spend 3 days back home. They're constantly flying back and forth.
Yeah.
They don't want a whole apartment here. They don't want a whole house here. They just want somewhere to crash while they're here, busting out the work, in a few days.
Yeah.
And then return home. And so he actually is he throws bags out there. He's a ramper. They call him a ramper. He uploads the planes. But he started getting that. It's kind of like that dude's idea.
Yeah.
He would get these houses, and I think he was working with a builder too. And he would tell him how he wanted the houses built. This is back when it was cheap to build a house.
Yeah.
Now you can't build a house under 300 G's, but right, it's stupid right now. Yeah. And so, anyways, so it's right by the airport. I think Hurst, Euless, Bedford area over that way, and he had these houses built like he wanted. And in that same thing where each room has its own bathroom. It's its own self-existing in the middle room. The living room's like a congregating area with the big flat screen TV, and he puts cable and all that stuff. So it works for him because he charges. And some of the houses, you pay more to get your own room. I mean, you might pay $300 or $400 a month to get your whole room, or if you want to just have a like a twin bed and want to share a room with somebody, you could you'll pay $150 a month, but if you just need a place to sleep while you're here, it's whatever, you go in, and a lot of times the other person ain't there anyways.
I seen a guy, speaking of crash pads, this wasn't a crash pad idea, but he's making a killing doing this. He rents out the main bedroom in his house for $1,100 a month, like just the master bedroom, so you get your own shower and all that good stuff for $1,100 a month. I was thinking, because my uncle has a 5-bedroom, 5-bath house, so everyone has their own bathroom.
Oh, wow.
If he could rent like those rooms out for at least $1,000 a month, 1,000 times 5, 1,000 times 4, could keep your $4,000 a month, man.
Yeah.
I was like, dang, that's good money. I was thinking about that. Like, I was thinking about renting out my master bedroom and then sleeping in one of the Airbnbs, then Airbnb in the other two while getting steady cash flow off the master. I was like, nah, I'll not do that. But it was on my mind. I was like, dang.
Just get you another house and just rent the whole thing out Airbnb.
Yeah, because eventually I want to do that. Because I am looking for, right now I'm looking really heavy for a duplex. Man. I want a duplex.
Any prospects?
I had one, but they were charging too high. Duplexes, man, I've seen some people charge some crazy prices for a duplex, man. Like some insane prices. Like I've seen duplex for $600,000, man.
Jeez.
Okay, so actually, this is the story, because this lady hasn't responded to me. So this is what I did. Me and my wife went duplex hunting a couple weeks ago, and we found this duplex, $650. No, she originally had it listed for $750,000.
Yeah.
Right across the street from the Great Wolf Lodge, right?
Perfect location.
She's like, kind of, but that's your competition now.
Yeah, that's true, huh? Yeah, people stay there and then they rent there. Yeah,
that's not to realize that's their competition, and they have the swimming pool, all the amenities. So, all right, I was like, cool. Let's look at it, whatever. So we found out. We walked in there. This place furnished to the T. Yeah. She's already Airbnb-ing it. So I'm like, why is she selling it for $750,000? The realtor's like, yeah, this place is overpriced. I don't know what she's doing. So Mahogany, of course, she found her on Airbnb. And we messaged her. We were going to get her on the podcast. I'm like, hey, let's get on the podcast. We'll just question her down, see what she's doing with the house.
Yeah.
So we couldn't get her. She never called us back. She never hit us back. But she bought it for $300,000. It was. I think I told you she bought it for $300,000. I don't know how much she put into it. I think she put too much into it. So I think she's trying to sell it as like, hey, this is an Airbnb asset, but I don't think we're there to that point where you can sell Airbnb assets off. I don't think people have wrapped their mind about Airbnb yet.
Right.
I think it's coming, but I don't think it's there yet.
So what do you think a fair price for it would be?
$250.
And it's a duplex?
Yeah.
But that's a Grapevine, dude. Grapevine's expensive as hell.
The duplex next door is $250.
Oh, really? From her?
Yeah, all of them.
Oh, why don't you get one of those? Oh, they're not for sale.
No, they're not for sale. That's what they're comping up at.
Oh, I see.
But the guy, remember the guy I was telling you who he was at the last meetup. By the way, we have another meetup tomorrow. He was at the last meetup. He said, hey, if they're priced overpriced on it, he said just go tell her and give her a standing offer. He goes, because they're not going to sell it at $600,000. Not if once the people run the comps on it. He goes, unless some idiot from California comes down here and buys it. So he goes, yeah, go tell her you'll do a standing offer of $250,000, and you'll set that offer forever. So from here, in 6 months, you'll give her $250,000. I was like, dang, I never thought about doing that.
But she bought it for $300 though.
Who cares?
You think she'll still?
It's not my business. If you want to get off of a house,
yeah, I guess so, huh?
Yeah, man. I look at things the Robert Kiyosaki way.
And how big are those duplexes?
Like 700 square feet a piece. I think they're both two twos.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. I was thinking like three twos.
They're decked out to the T. It ain't worth almost $1 million. I'll tell you that.
Jeez.
If whoever buys it, they're gonna be crying in the end if they buy it for that high.
Really?
Oh yeah. You ain't getting that much for that duplex over there.
Yeah.
Not right. If all the duplexes in the area are going for 170 up to 250, yeah. If you buy that at that price, you're gonna be crying.
But man, even in the hood, they're trying to get like 300, 400,000 for these duplexes, man.
Where at?
Like in Arlington. I mean, there's not a lot on the market either.
That is true.
There's not a lot on the market. People are trying to. It's the BP effect, I call it. Everybody's an investor now. Everybody's a real estate investor now. So that's what's helping drive the prices up too. If you think about it.
Yeah, that's true. And everybody's trying to come here.
Because
we've been talking too much about Airbnb and they're trying to get in on it.
Well, that's our job, to get people connected to Airbnb.
That is true.
And we love it, man.
Keep the prices low so we can keep doing it.
Or pay us to run them for you.
There you go. But yeah, man. So yeah, it's been a few crazy. It's been tough trying to find a duplex. I found some not cheap ones, the $400,000 ones up in Little Elm. But I'm like, who wants to be all the way up there? Well, I guess the Star would be your biggest attraction.
Oh yeah, over there.
The Star would be your biggest attraction, but I don't know. My biggest thing, if I get a duplex, I'm doing corporate rentals. So I'll do Airbnb during like downtime, but I'm doing corporate. And also, I noticed like once you turn off Instant Book, you have more control over your property because you could say, "Hey, I'm gonna close these days off, or I'll have these days open so people inquire or request them."
Yeah.
But if I get a corporate guy in there, I can just decline this or block them off. And go that way.
Now, I'm looking back to when I was renting on Airbnb, when I was renting places, and I guess I would see the superhost things every now and then, and but I would still just choose according to where it was located and how it looked, and I didn't care if they only averaged a 4-star thing or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know if I think I might have even considered some 3-star ones, but I know I've always stayed in places and they've worked out for me, Yeah. And I've left good reviews when I left, and just I don't know how much weight I'm putting on that. Oh, if they're a superhost, yeah, I gotta get that. I gotta rent the superhost.
Just look at it. You don't, but it's an advertising scheme for most people.
So do they? But even Airbnb came out and said they don't put you up higher if you're a superhost, do they?
I know, but guests look at it. That's what it is.
But that's what I'm saying. As a guest, I was just looking for the most economical, best, fit all my criteria. I didn't care if it had a superhost thing on it back then. Maybe they do care now. I don't know.
Because I know now a lot of guests. No, this is one of the good things that Airbnb does do. Because this just happened 3 times, like a couple times last week. They will call you if somebody has a bad Airbnb experience and put them in your place. They only recommend superhosts.
Okay, that helps.
Now I had 2 that happened twice last week. People were like, "Hey, Airbnb hit me up and was like, hey, this person's having a bad stay. They want to stay somewhere else. Here's this. And we told them about your spot. So.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Because here's how I used to whenever I was traveling on using Airbnbs. I would click on the map, and it gives all the dots, right?
Yeah.
I said, okay, in my vacation, this is where I'm going to be staying the most. This is where the places I'm going to be hitting up the most.
Yeah.
So I'd look for that little dot that was closest, and I'd see that house, and I'd see what the price was, and I'd go from there. You know, I didn't look up, like you said, do the list. You know, hit the list thing where it just puts where you're scrolling, which on your phone it kind of forces you to do that, right?
Yeah.
So I guess, and most people book through their phones now, but back when I was traveling, I don't know. I still, the website had a lot of quirks. Phone wise back in the day, it worked great on laptops, but it didn't work so good on the on the phones. Now it works pretty good on the phones.
The phone. That's how he went $20,000 in debt getting that phone app running, man.
Who that?
Chesky, what's his name? Brian Chesky.
Is that?
Went to $20,000 in debt. Yeah, it was that phone.
Trying to get that phone app.
Oh yeah,
it's worth it, man.
Yeah, it's worth it though.
For $1 billion company, right?
Exactly. But I know personally when I look for Airbnbs, and I haven't even stayed in one yet, I don't look for superhost necessarily, but I do look for 5-star reviews. Like even if you haven't reached superhost level yet, I do look for 5-star reviews. Like or just reviews in general. Like we've seen some reviews down in San Antonio. The lady was like, "Oh yeah, there was bed bugs. I had to get out." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, I don't want to go there." So I look at stuff like that. I do look at stuff like that, like the reviews.
So here's the deal. You have to average 80% 5-star reviews to be a superhost. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is easy.
With these couple, yeah, you say that, but with these couple of 4s that I got, a couple 4s and that 3. That 3 really hurt my thing. The 3-star one I got.
How many total reviews?
So right now I have like 26 reviews. So right now I'm sitting at 81% at 5-star review. So these next couple reviews could probably make or break me, man. I'm right at the edge. And here's another part of that question, or that what I'm talking about. Should I hit this lady up that's staying there right now and say, "Hey, listen, I got a $20 gift card for you if you leave me a 5-star review"? Is it worth me doing something like that?
I would do it, but I'd do it outside the app.
Oh yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah, I'd do it. Just do it outside the app.
Okay. I'm gonna message her. Tomorrow.
Yeah. Just do it outside.
Say, hey, hope you enjoyed your stay. Because she can't leave a review until what time?
Until after she checks out. Until after checkout.
After 3 p.m.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Well, after checkout.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, checkout is 12.
Yeah.
And when does it pop up? Say, hey, leave a review.
Actually, that's a good question. I've been wondering that because mine have been weird.
Mid-afternoon.
You know what it is? There's a delay in when they request to book, when you accept it, and when they check out, and when the review is available to book. I noticed that. Because I get some people I notice if I take somebody late at night and they check in that night, I can't review them until 24 hours later. Like after they've checked out, it'll be later at night. I just got one pop up probably an hour ago saying, "Hey, leave a review." So.
Wow.
Yeah. So and he checked in last night. So I don't know.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna hit her up tomorrow and just ask her because these next 2 people staying there because I have a guest right after her checking in Friday.
Yeah.
Those are the New Year's guests, you said.
I mean,
and so it might be worth because if I get 5 stars on these next 2, oh yeah, I'm over the top.
Yeah.
I got it because January 1st is the next assessment. Assessment. So is that when I would get my superhost status?
No, you wouldn't get it January 1st. They have a 14-day assessment, so you would get it. You might get it the second. You get it between the 1st and the 14th.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but
okay.
I mean, what you really want to do is do that, and also, man, because I'm actually moving off Airbnb, man. I'm kind of on other platforms, looking to turn that thing into a corporate rental.
Yeah, that's my
yeah,
plan.
I mean, because right now Airbnb's cool, which you can make good money. Well, you can make good money on a corporate rental too. I mean, you know what I mean? Steady income. Yeah, I mean that's how I look at it. Because I've been listening to a lot of Al Williamson and his group. I've been in his A4L group real heavy. I'm man, those dudes in there, they're like gurus to the max level of how to max out your listing, how to max it out. And I've been on it tough, man. I'm on.
So what is that called?
His group is Airbnb for Landlords.
Oh, okay. Did you pay to be on there or no?
No, it's free, man.
for landlords.
And then like half of Bigger Pockets is in there, man.
Are you serious?
Oh yeah, man. I met so many people in there. Like he has a huge base of people.
You still talk to Al?
Yeah. He's the one who hooked us up with the guest that was supposed to be on today. He's gonna try to be on next week.
Man.
Yeah, I talked to Al. Al hit me up about 2 weeks ago.
That's a mentor right there.
Man, that dude. He know. Hey, if you want to make big money off your listing, you look up Al Williamson. He was on, I think, episode what?
He was early.
He was 8. He was early.
Right. 8, yeah. On Bigger Pockets.
No. On Bigger Pockets and on here.
Oh yeah, he was starting. It was early episode of Bigger Pockets.
Yeah, if you want to know how to maximize a listing, it's him.
Yeah, go look at our Al Williamson interview.
Yeah, our Al Williamson interview. Also listen to him on Bigger Pockets too. He was on their podcast as well. But he knows him. I was like, dang man.
He's the man.
Like I met a guy in his group that makes $40,000 a month off Airbnb. He does strictly Airbnb. He's making $40,000 a month. I don't know how many properties the dude has. But
Jeez.
He let me know. He let us know that he did take Al's courses. So whatever Al's selling, man, it might be worth buying.
So, give me one more topic because we got to wrap this up. We're running a little bit over time. If you could think of one, or you want me to choose one, or what do you want? What do you want to do?
Man, you got all the topics, man.
I think we covered them all, except for one.
What? Go ahead.
My thing about I want to go. You know, like we're trying to accumulate properties, right? But we're trying to accumulate properties, right? And trying to grow our assets. And here's a big thing.
We're trying to control assets.
Control assets. I like that. That's even better. But you accumulate debt doing that, right? There's the argument: good debt, bad debt. Dave Ramsey, whatever. And here's how I would suggest. I'll tell the viewers, the listeners, whatever. Don't just. I guess you get all heavy into the game. I get all heavy into the game. Most 90% of my podcasts are about real estate.
Yeah.
And Airbnb. I listen to a couple of those. They're not very many. Ours is the best one, right?
Of course.
But I kind of counter that with that podcast I love called The Minimalists. It's about minimalism, and their whole approach is different. Stay out of debt because debt controls you. You become a slave to debt, and then just live as minimalistic as you can. Don't deprive yourself, but just live with the stuff you need that brings you happiness and whatever. And so I'm like, wow, but the whole real estate side, I want to accumulate more. I want to get 10 houses, 20 houses, 30 houses, Airbnb half of them, rent them out long-term half, corporate rental. Yeah, and that's fine and all, but it's more stuff to control. It's more stuff to worry about, I guess, in a way. And my retire on the beach side says just sell everything and just go live on the beach.
You can do that. I mean, that's the good thing about real estate. I mean, if you ain't really going into debt if you do your due diligence. I mean, you're going into debt, but you can get off of it. I got appreciation on my side. I'm in this school district, so I know this house is going to appreciate it by this much. Like right now, am I in debt? Not really. I could sell right now and be out of debt.
Right.
So I mean, that's the good thing about real estate. I see their point of view of being minimalistic, which is good too. Because I listen to a podcast called Save Money, Damn It, and they're really minimalist. They're really minimalist, and they live in California and they're minimalist. So
you have to be.
Yeah, you
live in California.
Yeah, you have to be. So, I mean, it just depends on how you look at it. I personally am eventually going to sell all my stuff. The most minimalist thing I do want to do, kind of, would be to live in a duplex and house hack it and live for free.
Simple.
Yeah, simple. Just live for free. And, you live for free. Then you can rent out, make cash flow off of your property. And even if, like, let's say your property is a cash flowing duplex, you're just breaking even.
Right.
At least you're not paying for nothing. You know what I mean? You're living free. You're stacking bread. You can go travel, do whatever you want to do.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's always, and then there's all types of life hacks, travel hacks you can figure out, make money off of.
Right.
So, yeah, I mean, I like the minimalist attitude, living below your means.
So I like the Dave Ramsey approach on my personal finances because I want to have as little like personal debt as possible as far as like car loans and credit card. I don't want a big credit card, bills. I'd like all that stuff to be to zero or close to zero. You know what I'm saying? But as far as if you look at it like you accumulating houses, it's like that's your business side.
Yeah.
So that's different, you know.
Yeah.
Because that's you owe, let's say you accumulate a certain amount of houses, you owe like $600,000. You have debt, $600,000 debt, but those houses are making you, you know, $20,000 a year or whatever. You know, it's debt, but it's an asset because it's making you money, right?
Yeah.
So that's your business side.
What's your biggest liability?
Our house, of course.
Your houses are?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
this
because
house.
you got loans on the houses, right? Or you could say a car payment would be the second.
Yeah, mine's my car payment's my biggest.
Right, and I want to knock that out. I'm trying to work a lot of overtime to knock the car payment out. My credit card, I'm just down to just the one credit card I need to pay off, and then I want to get to work trying to knock down one of my houses, pay off one of the houses.
Okay.
So that's the and I could and I'll have two loans on two houses. But a part of me saying, well, we should look for growth first before we start trying to pay off stuff. But I think to sleep well at night, if you just try to get as little as the least debt on your personal finances as possible, you'll be less stressed out. And if you view your houses as a separate portion of your debt, of your finances, it's your business, then yeah, it's I don't know, it helps. To me, it helps. I have to trick my brain sometimes,
Yeah, I mean, yeah, because all my houses are pretty much assets at this point. They're generating cash flow. Yeah, the biggest one's my car payment. So I'm going to try to get that knocked out. And then, of course, I love credit card debt because I kind of use that to funnel my business. And
but you pay it off every month, right?
Yeah, it's get paid before interest even touches it. And actually,
yeah.
Every time I make huge credit card payments due to my business, so like it actually boosts my credit score or credit karma.
So that makes sense.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
And also that looks really good. Like if you're going to try to look for a loan, but yeah, personal debt, stay out of that as much as possible.
Right.
Like Dave Ramsey, he's real big on staying out of personal debt. Use everything like Dave Ramsey tells people don't use credit cards, but he uses them for business purposes.
Right.
Yeah, like what's her name? I was in a real estate meetup, and this lady, she actually knew Dave Ramsey, this big time real estate lady. And she's like, yeah, she was hanging out with Dave, and they got on the plane, and she said, I saw this guy swipe a credit card, and I'm like, she was like, I thought you were against it. He's like, yeah, this is a business. This is a business. What's it called? He called it. This is a business tax write-off. He goes, yeah, use it, but he knows how to use it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's keep that out of your personal crap. Don't go into personal credit card debt.
Nice.
Yeah, like I have no personal credit card debt at all. Let's get rid of that crap fast.
Hell yeah. So that was a good show, man. Episode 36.
Yes, sir.
We talked about everything. Even
Airbnb.
talked about the D word, debt.
Debt,
Yeah.
Airbnb, Trump and his taxes.
Or lack thereof.
Yeah.
But so yeah, it was a good show. It was a good show. We talked about some good stuff, and I'm glad to be back. Glad to be doing this with you again. Have our a one-on-one show. It's been a while.
Yeah,
it's been a minute.
A long time.
Yeah,
Man.
but we'll probably have some good guests on the next few shows. So
All right.
There you go. We always interject our own stuff though. That's always good.
Got to.
So hit us up. Give us a phone call. What's the number?
469-300-9100.
I asked you that as soon as you put Reese's Pieces in your
My
mouth.
bad.
And then liveletthrive.com, liveletthrive@gmail.com. Check out my listings. It's on the show notes. Check out Michael's listings. They're on the show notes. And come hang out with us. Hey, if you do come and stay at our place, you might be a guest on our show. You never know. You might hop on here. If you stay on a Wednesday at one of our spots, we'll give you a good discount, or I will anyways. I don't know if Micah will, but I'll give you a good discount. Micah will too. And then you get to come hop on our show, man.
Matter of fact,
our woman.
if you want to be a guest, just remember, go to the website too. If you want to be a guest,
Yeah.
just click on want to be a guest and hit us up. Let us know what you do.
Free advertising, being a guest on the show. We pimped out your place,
Yeah, there you go.
All right, we got to go.
All right, this is another episode of Live, Let, Thrive. Peace.
Peace out.
Thank you for tuning in to this week's episode of Live, Let, Thrive. Be sure to tune in next week for all the latest in the world of Airbnb and all that entails. Bye-bye.